Okay, now coming to shutdown point. See, basically what has been given in this question is it has some manufacturing capacity of 2 lakh units and they expect how many units to be sold? Only 10,000 units can be produced and sold. So now they are thinking whether to shut down the operations for a brief period of time. Express your opinion as to whether the plant should be shut down. Calculate the shutdown point for quarter in terms of number of tens. So first we will calculate the shutdown point and then I'll answer the part 1 of the question. If my shutdown point is more than 10,000 units, I'll have to shut down the operation. If it's less than 10,000 units, I continue running the operation. So let's first calculate the shutdown point and come to this now, right? Shutdown point equal to, you got 14,000. Shutdown point equal to fixed cost during operation minus fixed cost during shutdown minus additional fixed cost to resume operation. We'll normally put plus and put in brackets, net it's anyway subtraction only, divided by contribution per unit. Divided by contribution per unit. What's the fixed cost during operation? How much? Read again and let me know. Read it properly and let me know. What is the fixed cost during operation? It's not 8 lakhs, it's 2 lakhs. We are doing the calculation for a quarter. 2 lakhs into 4 divided by 4. 2 lakh units into 4 rupees divided by 4. We are doing the calculation for a single quarter now. So this is 2 lakhs minus, when you continue running the operation, when you shut it down, how much do you incur? 74,000 for the quarter. Our calculation is for the quarter because of this. Minus 74,000 minus 14,000. 2 lakh minus 74,000 minus 14,000 divided by 21 minus 12.4 minus 60 paise. 14,000 units is what you will get. This is the answer to part 2 of the question. 14,000 units. 14,000 units is the answer to part 2 of the question. With this you answer part 1. With this you are going to answer part 1. $14,000 units is the shutdown point. Should we shut it down? Express your opinion as to whether the plant should be shut down. The company should shut down the plant because what level we are expecting? 10,000 units, whereas shutdown point is 14,000. Below 14,000, shut down the operations. So you can write the answer. The company should shut down the plant for the quarter. The company should shut down the plant for the quarter. Shut down the plant for the quarter as the expected activity. As the expected activity of 10,000 units expected activity of 10,000 units is lower than the shutdown point. Expected activity of 10,000 units is lower than the shutdown point. Go through question 5. because I need 14,000 units to continue operations. If I am not getting 14,000 units, I will shut down. Plant will not operate.
So if I go beyond 14,000, then
Continue operations. See, when you shut down the plant, your loss is going to be 88,000. Why 88,000? Zero contribution, 74,000 of fixed cost and 14,000 of additional fixed cost. So when you shut down, your loss is 88,000. When you run the company at 10,000 units, your loss will be 1,20,000. How 1,20,000? 10,000 into 8 rupees of contribution minus 2 lakh of fixed cost. So it's better to shut it down rather than continuing the operation. You are trying to reduce the loss, that's all. Go through question 5. Okay, now this question has given details about a 60% capacity and 80% capacity and some information on some trade recession. Because of that, I want to shut down my operations for some time. That's the analysis we have to do. Whenever it's percentages, I normally find it a little difficult. So I normally convert 60% as 60 units and this 80% is 80 units. 100% is 100 units. So our assumption is 100% capacity is 100 units. Now they are saying owing to adverse trading condition, the company has been operating at, which means they are selling 40 units. They are selling 40 units. And this also what they are saying, because of competition, I have to reduce prices by 25%. Now directors are considering whether or not I should close down the factory. There's some information they are saying sales will increase to. This is of no use to our final analysis because they are saying let's shut it down so that certain things will improve and we will go to 75% of the capacity. If you close down, these are some of the information which they have mentioned on closing down. When you close it down, you will incur all of this. Something has been given. Now the first thing which I have to do is I have to decide whether it's a variable cost or a fixed cost or a semi-variable cost, because variable cost means for 80 units, if it's 12.8 lakhs, for 40 units exactly it will become half. If it's a fixed cost, it will continue to be 12.8. If it is semi-variable, somewhere in between it will come. So I'll have to do that analysis first. Working note 1, identification of variable slash fixed and slash semi-variable cost. Identification of variable slash fixed slash semi-variable cost. Particulars and nature. Particulars and nature. Particulars and nature. Nature is a broader column. You are going to write detailed explanation there. Direct material. Can you tell me 9,60,000 divided by 60 and 12,80,000 divided by 80 is how much? 960 divided by 60 units 12 lakh 80,000 divided by 80 units. Basically 16,000. 9 lakh 60,000. 9 lakh 60,000 divided by 60 units. 16,000. Now listen. If the per unit remains same, it's a variable cost. Any problem you do this, and if the per unit remains same, then it's a variable cost. If the overall amount remains same, then it is a fixed cost. If neither of them remains same, it's a semi-variable cost. So now write in the nature, you write this is a variable cost, this is a variable cost, this is a variable cost as the cost per unit. This is a variable cost as the cost per unit is same, as the cost per unit is same for 60 and 80 units. Is same for 60 and 80 units, full stop. VC per unit is rupees 16,000. VC per unit is rupees 16,000. Write a similar explanation for direct labor. Write a similar explanation for direct labor. This also will remain same. $720 divided by 60, $960 divided by 80. How much is the per unit? 12,000. Any doubts till now? Then factory expense. Divide and let me know, and then I'll tell you how do we go about. Factory expense. You divide by 60 and 80. Is it same? No. Any doubts? Now write semi-variable cost. Semi-variable cost as neither semi-variable cost as neither per unit nor total cost remains same. As neither per unit nor total cost remains same. As neither per unit nor total cost remains same. In that, the next point, VC per unit equal to change in cost by change in units. VC per unit equal to change in cost by change in units. VC per unit equal to change in cost divided by change in units. These are basics of your cost accounting. Change in cost by change in units. How much do you get? 2,400. 8 lakh 4,000 minus 7 lakh 56,000 divided by 80 minus 60. 804 minus 756 divided by 80 minus 60. 2,400. Any doubts on 2,400? Then total fixed cost, third point of that. VC per unit is 2,400. Take one level and calculate the fixed cost. Any one level. How much? 6,12,000. 756 minus 60 units into 2,400. 756 minus 60 units into 2,400. Any doubts? Repeat this for admin and selling and distribution. Complete that. Admin and selling distribution expense. VC per unit, total fixed cost. Any doubts on this? Clear? So we have done this categorization. Now it's more or less simple analysis beyond this. Any doubts till now? Any doubts? Okay, now please listen. Let's understand the requirement. If, okay, looking at this information, tell me if you shut down the factory, contribution is 0. What will be the fixed cost and accordingly what is the loss? Read it and let me know. If you shut down the factory, what is going to be the loss? The amount of loss which the company will incur if the factory is shut down. Read it carefully. You came closer. How much? It will be 9,30,000. Yes, you have to add it because that is because of the shutdown. Your fixed cost will be 6 lakh rupees. 2 lakh rupees will be closing down. 50,000 will be maintenance. 80,000 will be reopening cost. So because I shut down, my loss will be 9,30,000. Now we are going to do the statement if I continue at 40% capacity and see what profit I am making. If that, sorry, what loss I am making. If that loss is less than 9,30,000, continue running the factory. If it's more than 9,30,000, shut down the factory. Next working note, profitability statement. Profitability statement at 40% capacity. Profitability statement at 40% capacity. In bracket 40 units. Particulars calculation amount. Particulars calculation amount. Sales 40 units into what selling price? Read it and let me know. Sales 40 into what is the selling price? How much? Okay. What will be the selling price? $46,275. Basic calculation is 37,02,000 divided by 60 is the selling price. From there remove 25%. From there you remove 25%. So 40 units into 75% of 37,02,000 divided by 60. Why 75%? You are reducing the price by 25%. $40 into 46,275. Same answer. Selling price has to remain same. You do 80, you do 60, doesn't make any difference. You can try doing it, you will get the same answer. Then direct material. All of this now you are not going to see the question at all. Look at your working note 1. Tell me what is the per unit cost. I multiply with 40. That's all. 40 units into rupees 16,000. Now beyond this, no looking at question. 40 into 16,000. Less direct labor. Again 40 into rupees 12,000. Direct labor 40 into 12,000. Then we have factory expenses 40 units into 2,400. It doesn't end there. Plus 6,12,000. That's why we did that bifurcation. The reason of doing that bifurcation is to understand what is going to be the overall cost. That bifurcation is going to help us in quickly closing the statement. 40 into 2,400 plus 6,12,000. Forty into 2,400 plus 6,12,000. Less admin. Let me know in case there's a doubt. Everything is available in your notebook. All the numbers are available in your notebook. 40 units into 2,400 plus 6,12,000. Admin is 40 units into rupees 800 plus 3,24,000. $3,56,000. And the last one is selling and distribution. Selling and distribution into 1,200 plus that's all. Loss. Loss is 7,17,000. Loss is 7,17,000. Any doubts on 7,17,000? Come down, right? Any doubts on 717? Now, right, point number one, the company will report a loss of 9,30,000. Will report a loss of 9,30,000 if the operations were shut down. Will report a loss of 9,30,000 if the operations were shut down. If the operations were shut down. Full stop. It is expected to, full stop, it is expected to report a loss of 7,17,000. It is expected to report a loss of 7,17,000 by continuing operations. Hence, full stop, hence the plant should not be shut down. Hence, the plant should not be shut down. Plant should not be shut down. Next point. With this, the answer is over. I can also get it in units next. Shutdown point could have also been calculated. Shutdown point could have also been calculated in terms of units. Shutdown point could have also been calculated in terms of units. Shutdown point equal to fixed cost during operation. Fixed cost during operation minus fixed cost during shutdown. Minus fixed cost during shutdown minus additional fixed cost to resume operations. minus additional fixed cost to resume operations divided by contribution per unit. Divided by contribution per unit. Now listen, my fixed cost during operation is total of these three. Fixed cost during operation is 612 plus 324 plus 336. During shutdown is that 9,30,000 which we saw. Contribution per unit is 46,275 minus all of this. 46,275 minus 16 minus 12 minus 2,400 minus 800 minus 1,200. Do this and let me know what is the shutdown point. During operation is all those fixed number which you see. So my shutdown will happen at 24%. 24.64 units is basically 24.64% capacity utilization. Just one thing, at the starting when the problem started, you just had to write one thing: 100% capacity equal to 100 units. That was our initial assumption. We did this problem with that assumption in mind: 100% capacity equal to 100 units. It becomes a little easier when you work with units rather than percentage. So we are at 40%, obviously we will continue operating. Minimum I need 24% utilization. Beyond 24.64, I will continue operations. Below that, I will have to shut it down. Clear? Any doubts in this? With that, we'll end today's session. We'll continue in the next class.